Hello, good evening. Thanks for tuning in to Chop-Socky Cinema, your source of nice, cool agua. I'm Josh.
I'm William.
Roger.
And the train keeps on rolling on our Kung Fu Comedy Month, featuring the movies of Stephen Chow. Up tonight is his one of his most successfully received in the West movies, Kung Fu Hustle.
Oh yes, I love this movie.
And actually, it's interesting because we started with God of Cookery, which kind of has kung fu, but it's more comedy. And then we have Shaolin Soccer, the second one, which has considerably more kung fu. And then we watch Kung Fu Hustle, which is nothing but kung fu.
All the kung fu.
I mean, the jokes are kung fu related. It's a really nice mix of the thing is, I think this was one of the movies that was received by the West better because there are a lot of like tropes and throwbacks to Western cinema in it.
Oh yeah. He loves his Easter eggs.
And just a quick synopsis. Kung Fu Hustle perfectly blends original comedy and explosive martial arts action. Creative and imaginative characters slammed together in a comic blend of Quentin Tarantino meets Jackie Chan in a film that goes beyond the limits of mere comedy.
And the special effects.
You can definitely tell that Chow had a pretty beefy special effects budget for this movie.
All the monies.
And he used it apparently just to do a lot of cheesy special effects, which fit.
Well, I mean, he kind of mixed it up. He had like some stuff that was cheesy, but then he had the fight scenes. Especially, there's one scene with two blind musician kung fu fighters.
Oh yeah.
No, just one of them was blind.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, the other one's not blind.
The one that actually played the instrument was blind, but just like playing a tune that summons like a legion of skeletal warriors.
Oh yeah.
Literally slinging swords with that musical instrument.
Blades that cut through the air. Blades of air that cut through.
And
blades for days.
And this one, of course, like one of the thing that I loved it. What like all of our friends that have seen it love it. Just there's at the beginning of the movie.
You know what? No. You take a stand. I take it back. I hate this fucking movie.
Oh,
movie shit. That's
oh,
what I'm saying.
All right.
I'm really lying.
I was like, all right, but
it's got one of my favorite scenes in it.
But just beginning is they establish right away whom the bad guys of this movie are. The Axe Gang. They do it with this really catchy like axe dance that they do.
The Axe Mambo.
Which
and
Roger is doing a horrible impression of.
And they do this dance while basically annihilating the Crocodile Gang, whom you think are the bad guys of this movie.
They're pretty spooky for about 2 minutes.
Yeah, the Crocodile Gang shows up, they rough up the cops, say, Crocodile Gang owns this town, and then they come out, and then the Axe Gang shows up, like, and outnumbers them 50-1.
Oh, really?
And demolishes them with their axe dancing.
And their axes themselves,
Pretty awesome. So, did we ever tell you about what we were planning to do for DragonCon one year?
Oh yeah, where we're all gonna dress up like the Axe Gang and
that'd be awesome.
I was gonna be the main Axe Gang leader, and we were just gonna walk into the lobby. I was just gonna start doing the dance into the lobby.
That'd be
turn
awesome.
around, point, and then like 2 more people would come in.
Yeah.
And then like 4 more people would come in.
That'd be awesome.
So
yeah.
Never came to fruition.
Of course,
I would still like to do that though, because it's just funny.
Oh, I know. One Dragon Con when we went, there was a bunch of people. They cosplayed as the Crazy 88s.
Yep.
Nice.
And like someone actually had a boombox and played like the music, and they just come out clown car style from an elevator. It was pretty awesome. But I mean, and this one also, you can tell that it's kind of Chow's love letter to like old school kung fu movies, even casting wise, because the actors that play the husband and wife that are the slumlords for this community. Which is actually, I mean, the landlord, the guy plays in Yuen Wah. We saw him in Eastern Condors, also one of Jackie Chan and Sammo Hung's Peking opera schoolmates.
Yeah.
I liked him. I did like him in this movie, and I loved him in Eastern Condors.
And I love that the one thing is so great that the people in Pigsty Alley, which is this little crappy neighborhood that everybody lives in. I love that.
Great name.
They go out of their way to like disguise the fact that they're badass martial artists.
Yep. Like the guys were doing in Shaolin Soccer.
Yeah.
They were all kung fu trained, but then they just kind of like just did.
And I mean, that's one thing I love. Especially the landlord. I mean, he just seems like this philandering, womanizing. Like he just a waste of space.
Man slut.
But then at one point in the movie, you basically realize like the
fucking Tai Chi master.
Yeah, he has a rubber band made. He is a Tai Chi master made up of rubber bands.
He ate the gum fruit.
Oh, there's this fantastic scene. All I'm gonna say is there's a scene where the bad guys are in a car and they just watch this entire massive fight, and then they look back, and the landlord's chilling in the back seat with them, and the landlady's in the front seat, and then they tell him how things are gonna be. Yeah.
Oh, it's the landlord's in the front seat. Ladies
in the back seat.
But I mean, just spectacular fights in this. Really good slapstick comedy, like Stephen Chow, which Stephen Chow was fantastic at doing.
He did wordplay too, on some spots.
Oh yeah. And that, I mean, you realize he likes to use a lot of the same actors. I actually think that yes, every member of the soccer team from Shaolin Soccer is in this movie.
I want to say
actually all but one.
Oh,
all but the guy with the hairpiece, the guy with losing his hair.
Yeah, that actually wasn't him. With the basically the one with the iron arms.
Oh yeah,
that wasn't him. I thought that was him, but that wasn't him.
No.
Once it showed like an up close.
No, I thought that was him with the staffs.
No, that wasn't him with the staffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I know Iron Waist was the coolie, the guy, and then of course Light Body was Sing's the main character, useless best friend.
Yep. And his cohort at the end when they get the candy shop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, I mean, this is very. The thing is, one thing at least I've noticed watching these movies back to back is Stephen Chow, at least for a lot of his movies, follows a certain formula.
Oh yeah.
The protagonist starts out.
He's a dick.
He's a dick and a faker, as in somebody that generally tries to be something that he's not, and then at some point makes the transformation to a decent human being who is now actually really good at what he was lying about at the beginning of the movie.
He gets cold on his crap, and then somehow evolves.
Not so much in Shaolin Soccer.
No, that was a little different. Yeah,
that was more of a coming into his own.
Yeah.
And realizing that even though he thinks there are these ways that Shaolin can help, he actually figures out these ways.
Yeah, like I said, that one is a little different.
The trope of the hero in that one's a bit different.
However,
total dick in the beginning.
And I really like all the martial artists in Pigsty, like the noodle maker that's just like the freaking staff master, and the gay tailor who is the iron ring master.
Yeah.
Basically, the man with golden arms. It's basically who that man is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Just saying. There's actually an old kung fu flick named The Man with Golden Arms. Basically the same style. Watch it. It's fucking awesome.
I'm sure Stephen Chow watched a lot of the old martial arts stuff where he got his ideas for this. A lot of wire work, a lot of flying. And then just standard kung fu also.
Well, that and it's a lot of stuff that old people who watched a lot of kung fu movies growing up, they would definitely recognize him because he looks almost like the same actor who portrayed him.
I don't know if it is.
I don't think
it might be. Yeah.
It might be him.
There were some special guest stars in here that might be actual
Well, I know
some of the old ones.
The landlady, the actress that played the landlady, she was a mainstay of the old school kung fu movement.
Yeah.
I don't recognize who she is, but she's been in quite a few. She's been pretty much in quite a few kung fu movies that are considered famous kung fu movies.
Yeah. I don't think she was a bride with white hair, but she was from back around that time.
Yo, no. Yeah.
Bride with white hair is
that was Bridget Lynch and
yeah.
Which version of it?
There's been like 2 or 3, I think.
The one, like the most well-known one, like the one that Ronnie you did.
Okay. That's not the one. I've seen the most recent. I haven't seen that one. I'm like, ow!
My water.
And really just, I mean, hell of a lot of fun.
Awesome movie.
Big, like, over-the-top DBZ style fight scenes. Like, very much.
Especially at the end.
Yes, and the fact that pretty much Kung Fu gives you superpowers.
Yeah.
There is...
Some people run Kung Fu and some people are predisposition
Kung Fu
just know
genius.
Kung Fu, yeah.
Kung Fu geniuses, if you will.
Yeah, like Kung Fu savants.
And I mean, and then just some of the crazy whacked out ways that the characters use to enhance their Kung Fu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my favorite is how the way the queen, the slum queen, as they call the landlady, augments her lion's roar technique.
That's pretty awesome.
It's badass.
I like the way the assassins. When it was just like the one plan, it seemed like it seemed like it really needed any help. And as soon as the two of them started playing it, it's like it amplified every single.
Oh yeah, yeah. But all right, what did we not like about this movie?
Nothing.
Yeah, I was like nothing. I'm like, I'm like I said, I'm pretty happy with it. I mean, although that it's a little formulaic for Stephen Chow's movies, but hey, it's really entertaining.
This girl wasn't ugly pretty; she was pretty, kind of.
But she couldn't talk. She couldn't talk.
The thing is, I mean, like the love interest, she's not. She has less screen time than any other like
romantic interest
in a Stephen Chow movie.
That's true.
She's in the beginning, and then she's in like one scene in the middle, and then she's in the very end.
Yeah.
But
a lot of the times, the girls in the movies have a journey they go on to make themselves better. But this one was just kind of off to the side, like a wallflower.
Well, I mean, there was one scene where she's the one that kind of sets the main character on the path to not be so much of a dick anymore. But of course,
as much as she tried.
Of course, yeah. William unfortunately couldn't see that important emotional scene because he had all the Titan up in his grill when that scene was happening.
All in his lap.
That's fine. It's not like I had seen this before.
Titan is not see-through.
All right, guys. So
my foot. Why are you trying to bite my foot?
So what did we give Kung Fu Hustle?
Well, there was actually a couple things that I didn't like, but it was more special effects wise, and it was some of the ones that were, I'm guessing, that were meant to be campy, but maybe a little too campy. And I was really I still haven't been able to figure out if this is supposed to take place during a specific time period or not, which it seems like
the cars, I'd say 30s, 40s.
No, because that style of car got phased out in the 30s.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't have been 40s. It would have been 20s, or it would have been 20s or 30s when that movie was made.
There were
20s.
There were a couple of little anachronisms, there's these beverages that the main characters steal from the mute girl with the car. It's Ramune water, the bottled water with a little pearl in them, which those would not be available in the time period they were portraying.
Yeah,
it was and if they, I don't even know when those first showed up. So
they might be that old, but I don't know.
It's possible. But yeah, that's me being nitpicky. So
usually a sign that we really, really like a movie when we actually have to think about.
We try hard to find a bad thing about it.
And that's not really something I didn't like. It was just something that's kind of bugging me a bit. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all. But as far as grade goes, I give this a 4.5.
I'd give it 4.5 paper cranes. I mean, it's a really entertaining kung fu movie. It's a successful comedy. I mean, it succeeds on every level of what it was trying to do.
5 all the way. Love it. And I love it for the references, because they have references to certain movies that you'll pick up on when you watch the movie. I don't want to really spoil them here, but you'll catch them.
Alrighty, so pretty much high marks across the board. This one, it's not on any of the streaming services right now.
Maybe when, I don't know, they kind of take place
sometimes they come on Netflix off and on.
I don't know, what they did was they started exchanging Stephen Chow movies.
Oh yeah.
Like 1 week, like they'll have two of these three on at some point. Once one of them goes off, the other one comes back on, stuff like that.
Nice.
Because I noticed God Cookery was off of there.
Yeah.
But
Chop-Socky
was still on there.
Yeah.
And
Hustle was probably gone.
there was one other one, and Journey to the
West.
Yeah, Journey to the West.
Journey to the West.
So
is
it's
on there.
Sayuki pretty much.
It's still on there.
Yep.
But Kung Fu Hustle's not on there anymore.
Yep.
So you kind of just changing it now.
I like that movie a lot, but yeah.
Alright, so, alright guys, so, yeah, next week will be the end of our Kung Fu Comedy with Stephen Chow month, so, right now, the choices are either CJ7 or The Mermaid. Please feel free to comment if there's either one you'd rather have us review, and I guess, next week you'll just have to tune in and see which one we actually go with. Anyways, until then, I'm Josh.
I'm William.
Roger.
And we will catch you at the Chop-Socky house.
And this is Titan's ass.
In the frame. All up in the frame.
You're welcome.
All up in my face, too. His grill.
And I
all
like,
up in
yeah.
All up in the business.
You can't like see him looking that way.
I'm pushing the button.